Welcome back to my channel. Okay, y'all, update. So we're on our way to the gastroenterologist today. I have my little sheet of what I've been eating. If you saw my last video, it's just like a list of all the things that I have been, like the only things I've been eating while on this FODMAP journey in the elimination stage. We are going to just see what he has to say. I don't know what he's gonna ask me. I don't know. Usually my appointments are like super fast, so I would like to ask him like if there's any other testing that can be done with food stuff, or like if he's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, just keep doing FODMAP and like figure it out. Just wanted to let y'all in on my mind before going. I was a little nervous when I woke up. As usual, get a little bit of like medical anxiety whenever I have to go to appointments. So I'm fine now, feeling good. I'll see you when I get there. I had to wait literally 20 minutes and I never have to wait that long. I had a timer on, yes. And then literally my appointment was like 4.5 minutes talking to him. It's always so fast. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like if I was feeling 100%, it'd be like probably 1 minute. But basically I explained to him when he asked me like how I'm feeling and stuff. I was like not feeling great because I haven't been, but like I had to start with that and just explain, you know, how I did the elimination diet for a couple weeks, and then I thought I was doing really good, and then I got so sick I had to go home from work. If you saw that video, it was really bad. So I decided to try FODMAP, and actually 2 weeks of FODMAP I have been feeling like the best. So he's like, well, that's gonna probably indicate you do have IBS. He's like, you have a really sensitive gut, so but if you're doing it like strict gluten-free diet, and then just keep following this, just reintroduce things extremely slowly, and it's gonna be, you know, take time. And I'm like, okay, that's what we're gonna do that anyways. So I'm glad that's a bit of an answer, because I was kind of curious if that automatically means like, okay, you try low FODMAP and like you feel better, like since I have no bloating and stuff like that. And he also did mention, because again, if you've seen one of my old videos, because my thyroid number, like my THS number is so high previously, that can have a big impact on your gut as well. And it did. So I'm actually next week going to have a blood test to check those levels and see if we're finally evened out after being on medication for almost 3 months. So that will play a big part too, with my gut. I think that like we need to do a study on people that have celiac disease and that have stopped eating gluten, because the amount of us that like can't digest anything after going gluten-free, like whether it's like immediately or like years later, like it's been 4 years and my gut is still like, I don't like this. It's like, oh my god, like can I just live? So anyways, I have a blood test requisition form, but he says he doesn't want to see me for 6 months. We will have this in 6 months, so I guess I'll have blood work like every 6 months probably. We'll find out when we talk to my regular family doctor. Go from there, I guess. I will update y'all again when I see my regular family doctor about my thyroid. We will see you then. Today is blood test day. So this one is not for my gastroenterologist. This one is to check on my thyroid. So we're gonna see how the medication has been working the last like 3 months. I'll see you after. And my iron actually, which I'm really excited about, because last time I'm like borderline being low, but as I've been tracking everything, I can see on my chronometer app that I am low in iron. Whenever I look there, I know I usually try to eat beans and stuff, but obviously giving myself grace right now because I'm not eating like that much high in iron foods, because beans are really high FODMAP. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I have been taking a blood builder vitamin, and it has like 4 or 5 things in it, and one of them is iron. So I'm really hoping, I mean, I just did finish, you know, that time of the month, so hopefully it won't be like the worst. Hopefully it won't be that bad. I've been feeling really good, so I'm just thinking, we'll see. It has been about a month since I've updated you, I think. I realized while I was trying to edit that I literally, I think my plan was to continue just doing the appointments and health updates, and then I didn't update you after my doctor's appointment. And now here we are, and I'm like, so many things have changed. After I got my blood test results, sure enough, my thyroid numbers were still super high, like over double what they're supposed to be at. And so I went to my doctor's appointment and she upped my medication. Now, I might have mentioned this in some of my other video clips with my eating. However, might as well just add it in here. When I upped my medication, literally that day, I felt so horrible. Like, literally every time I ate, I felt sick. I was literally just on the couch all day. Like, my stomach hurt when I ate. I was like, what is happening? I literally had no idea. I was just like, okay, well, I guess we have to, I didn't think upping it by 25 milligrams was going to be that much of an impact on my body. I was super sick, and then I was like, shit, hopefully I feel better before I have to go to work. So luckily I was okay, but it has been a process, y'all, with my body adjusting to that increase and to just trying to reintroduce foods back into my diet on the weekends has been, honestly so horrible. So horrible. You can check out my other videos where I'm actually tracking everything that I've been eating and doing, if you want to know the details on that. However, it has just been not great. So I didn't know if that was partially the medication or actually what I'm eating, or just stress and the combination of everything. I don't know. Essentially, I've been under the impression that I do have IBS. I have been treating it as that is what it is, on top of my celiac disease, of course. And I'm started to think that perhaps I've had IBS for longer than I thought, or longer than my celiac disease, perhaps, because things have just always been unwell. If anyone asks me, oh yeah, when did you notice, dairy bothered you or this and that, and I'm like, well, my stomach has had issues since I was 18. It started with dairy and then just over the years progressed into more things. Here we are today. I still do question whether it is IBS, because some things that should be safe bother me, I think. So there are some things I'm still figuring out at this very moment. The first week of June, I'm actually feeling great, like the best ever, and it's because I put a pause on everything food related, rolled everything back into a safe zone, because I just can't do this. It's been a few weeks now since, or maybe a month. I think it's been almost a month now since I've increased my thyroid medication, so hopefully that has finally stabilized a bit, considering I'm feeling good. But another thing that I realized, I might touch on this in some of my other videos, is when I was doing a little bit of research into the thyroid medication, is you're not supposed, yes, you can eat 30 to 60 minutes after. It's not super clear about before. I just took the same thing thinking probably an hour before I can eat. For the days that I get up super early, I need something in my body, I eat, and then an hour and a half later I'll take my medication and then not eat again for another hour. I don't know if that's the best thing. However, my schedule doesn't work where unless I'm taking my medication at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not going to work out for me to have an empty stomach. Except for the days I don't work, I have an empty stomach all the way and I take it and then I wait to eat, which I think my body likes that way more. But I can't do that when I go to work. I have to eat before I leave the house. I don't think my body likes that. We'll find out this week, since I'm back to baseline, and we'll see if being on this good schedule that I'm on, if waking up at 7:20 and eating messes that up. we're going to find out. But like I said, I literally can't. Like, at one, I will be absolutely starving where I feel ill at work by the time I can eat on my normal schedule. And two, I literally can't just like, well, it's not my lunch break, but I need to stop and eat for 15. No, because I have to be eating dry cereal. And this is where I was trying to go with this, is that while researching, I also found out that you cannot have calcium rich, calcium anything basically, within 4 hours before or after. So that means no cereal with milk, no smoothies, no tofu even, because tofu is quite calcium rich, which leaves me with eating toast with peanut butter, which didn't seem to go over very well with my stomach for some reason. I could try that again, but I've just been eating plain cereal. Like, I just have a big bowl of my plain gluten-free cereal. That I really hope has increased my absorption of the medication as well, because what I was doing previously was I was taking my medication in the morning when I woke up, and then I was waiting an hour or an hour and a half, sometimes two, whatever, to eat. But I would have cereal and milk almost every time. And when I upped my medication, that's the first thing that I ate was cereal and milk, and I felt horrible. So I'm thinking maybe my number would have been lower, like closer to what it's supposed to be at naturally, if I hadn't been eating my fortified soy milk every single morning plus smoothies during this whole time. So I'm thinking that I'm really hoping, crossing my fingers, that having calcium fortified products or calcium rich anything after the 4-hour mark of my medication has helped my body absorb more of my medication. I'm not having any types of negative symptoms that would tell me that like the dose is too high. So I'm pretty sure the dose is good. I don't want to have to up it again. I would really like to be able to be at a just be at a lower dose. I don't like having to be on medication. I just truly, what I've seen online and everything, it seems like a lot of the things that are supposed to be good for your thyroid, like I already do. So I don't know if that's going to be something I can naturally aid in helping improve. I also think that my thyroid has been a problem for years. The reason that I'm thinking this is because I feel like it took a long time for me to feel actually really horrible. Like, since I've been on my medication, a lot of the things have gone away that I was like, I feel like malnourished and stuff like that. But I had like this weird, like, kind of disorientation, and it almost felt like gluten ataxia, but I was like, that's impossible. Like, and I tried to research if anything else can give you that. Well, your thyroid being messed up can cause symptoms that are like that. All of those, in addition to literally being tired, like all the time, and then having no motivation and energy, one of the biggest things I've actually noticed so far, and mind you, like I think I was put on this medication in like February, like it's definitely like 4 months in, I think, is my moods. So obviously it's summer now and the sun is out, so that plays a big part. But before, I really felt like it's more than seasonal depression. Like, if it was raining, I'm literally like, well, I might as well just like literally do nothing all day. Like, actually. And I had like zero motive to do anything. But sometimes that would happen no matter what. I would have such big like mood swings, not in the same day, but like some days I would just be like, I don't want to do anything. I literally just feel like blah, what is the point? Kind of feeling like nothing is ever going to change. I'm never going to do anything good enough to make a change in my life in the right direction. And then I would have some days that I would be like, whoa, I'm motivated, I have the energy. Yeah, like, let's do this, let's go places, let's do things. Like, anxiety can be so crippling, and when you have food issues, it really adds on to that. And something that I've struggled with a lot. Definitely like a huge mental aspect into this, and I feel like my medication has actually drastically improved those things, which I'm like super happy about, because regardless of like my few upsets of my stomach these past few weeks since upping the dose, my mood has been one thing that has actually stayed quite stable. Like, I'm not lying. It's crazy to think that something like your thyroid, but it's a hormone, like it kind of makes sense. It would have such a big impact on like mood and like different processes in your brain and your nervous system and things like that. Like, I didn't realize, which is also why I think that my thyroid has been an issue for so long, is because I've just like always kind of struggled like that. And I was like, well, it's not like ongoing anything. It's like whatever, seasonal depression or this and that, or like I just actually need to try harder and like get my life together and do the things. But waking up every day these past few weeks and actually feeling motivated and like I want to do this, like I want to strive for more, instead of just waking up and being like, oh my god, like this is so hard, like I don't have the energy to do literally anything. So those are some of the main takeaways that I've noted. Early in the video I did mention that I will be having another blood test, probably, I think I said at that time in 6 months, but probably in like August I'm going to do. So it's for my celiac stuff, but he does have my thyroid on there, so I'm going to be, and a bunch of other things. So my gastro actually tests for a lot of things, and part of like my stomach issues, part of my like IBS struggles right now are kind of concerning me, is that I'm not eating very many like vegetables, because those seem to bother me the most. And you know, of course, being vegan, you eat a lot of different vegetables, and I was used to eating quite a few different things, and all of a sudden now I'm just cutting everything back, and I'm like, okay, so I'm eating tomatoes and cucumbers, bananas and strawberries. That's literally like no leafy greens, which is my main concern, is because leafy greens have so many good things. One, I'm kind of scared. Two, I'm thinking maybe I should just I've meant to add my multivitamin, my other multivitamin back in, and have not yet. So I'm thinking I should probably add that back in. I feel great, but obviously weeks and months of doing this and not having enough certain vitamins are going to have a negative impact on my body, and I don't want that. I don't want to get like scurvy because I'm like not eating enough vitamin C, because I'm not eating any fruit anymore. But like I said, I eat bananas and strawberries almost daily, so hopefully it's enough. But the leafy greens are a big concern for me, and I'm really just scared because I know spinach is really healthy and really good, but I seem to have problems with too much spinach, in my opinion, or raw spinach maybe. See, it's these little tiny things that's like, this is taking so long. Like, it's taken so long just to feel good, and then I do like one thing and my body just freaks out, and it freaks out for like so long, like a week, and I'm like, okay, but like, is it because I haven't had this in months, like cashews for example, or is it because I can't tolerate it? Like, I'm really confused. So this is actually pushing me more towards seeing a naturopath, because I'm like, one, I might just have to like get used to certain things again. So in my other video I was testing the cashews, but the cashew milk I've had for the last two days straight, and I feel amazing. So I know that that's safe, that's fine, that's what I'm going to switch to instead of soy, because soy milk can be high in FODMAPs, even though tofu's not, weirdly enough. And like I'm even going to have to try soy milk again, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like so frustrating when I'm like, I want to be eating all these healthy foods, like I want to be like stuffing my face with blueberries and blackberries and like all these fruits, honeydew, like, and then I just get sick, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, it's truly a medical mystery. Like, I see other people online with IBS or celiac or Crohn's or this and that, and I'm like, they be eating all the things that, like, you're not supposed to, and I don't get it. How do you have IBS and you're eating garlic and onions and apples? Make it make sense, because, like, it's really hard to sit here and feel like it's fair when I feel like I can't eat, like, any fruits and vegetables. It's really frustrating. And if you're in my boat, let me know. So that is this is going to be midway of the year of my health journey update with the few things that I've already mentioned in this video. Once we go through the next round of blood tests, gastro, and regular family doctor appointments, we will update you again. So it will be probably maybe, I don't know, August or September. If you have any questions or any advice, like, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you've made it this far into the video, congratulations, because I'm just gonna keep talking. But if you like content like that, then I'm happy to provide. But until then, I will see you in the next video.